Okay guys, we'll be starting off with calculating the sigma bond and pi bond in an organic compound. So what is the sigma bond and what is the pi bond? So let me first get into that. Okay, so uh, let's say here's a compound, number of sigma bonds and number of pi bonds. Okay, so let's say if I have a compound like this. Okay, so the number of sigma bonds in this compound are actually the number of single or the first bond between the carbon or the carbon atom uh, or the carbon and the hydrogen atom. So in this case, the bond between carbon and hydrogen, the single bond between carbon and hydrogen will be treated as one sigma bond. Okay. Similarly, I can say that the bond between one carbon and another carbon, the first single bond between the carbon is called as sigma bond. Similarly, the bond between this carbon and this hydrogen, the single bond between this carbon and this hydrogen will be sigma bond. What about the rest two double bonds between carbon atom and carbon atom? So those two bonds will be counted as pi bonds. So in this case, the second one and the third one would be the pi bonds. This is a pi bond and this is a pi bond. Okay, so in this case, number of sigma bonds are 1, 2, 3 and number of pi bonds are 2. Okay, so let us discuss some more examples on calculation of sigma bonds and pi bonds in a given organic compound, and you'll have a good amount of clarity and practice over calculation of sigma bonds and pi bonds. So let's say we have a compound something like this. So it's a doubly fused benzene ring. So we need to calculate the number of sigma bonds and pi bonds in this compound. Okay, so this is the bond line notation of the compound. So we can convert this compound into a dash formula or a condensed formula so as to give us more clarity on how many bonds are there between the carbon atom and hydrogen atom. So when we make that, let us convert this given condensed formula or bond line formula into condensed formula or dash formula. So this this compound is in bond line formula or bond line notation. So we will be converting this into so let me first make it more clear. We are converting this compound into a condensed form. So when I say we are converting it to a condensed form, so what we are actually doing is we are just okay, so condensed form. So okay, so better let us write us in dash formula only. Okay, so we have 2 bonds here and 3 bonds are here. Okay, so how many valencies of this carbon are yet to be satisfied? 2, 3 are already satisfied, so 1 is left. This would be hydrogen. Similarly for this carbon as well, 1 would be hydrogen. Similarly for this carbon, now for this carbon, I think 1, 2, 3 and double bond 4, all the 4 valencies are completed. Similarly for this carbon, and the rest goes the same for other carbon atoms in the second ring. So how many sigma bonds are there? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 are carbon-carbon bonds, right? I'm talking about the sigma bonds. And similarly 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 are carbon hydrogen bonds. Okay, and how many number of I think these are enough for the calculation of sigma bonds, right? So 19 sigma bonds, right? And how many number of pi bonds are there? When I talk about the pi bond, the second bond, or the second bond in the double bonded carbon atoms, is the pi bond. So one pi bond, another pi bond, the third pi bond, fourth pi bond, and the fifth pi bond. So number of pi bonds here are 5. Okay, so the first example, this is the second example. Okay, so let us calculate the number of sigma bonds and pi bonds in this compound. So let us convert into first the dash formula. So what would be the dash formula for it? CH2 CH double bond CH. I think all the four carbon valencies, all the four valencies of the carbon are satisfied by adding the hydrogen atoms here. So how many sigma bonds are there? 2 for the carbon hydrogen, 1 for the carbon hydrogen, 1 for the carbon hydrogen, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sigma bonds are there. How many number of pi bonds are there? There is only one double bond between C and C, so there is only one pi bond, only one. Okay, so in the next lecture we will be covering up with some of the more such examples. After that you will get a complete practice over the calculation of sigma bond, pi bond. So if any of the questions you are being asked in any of the papers, like be it your school level examinations, JEE, anything, you'll be easily able to answer all of these questions. And okay, let's meet up in the next lecture. Okay, thanks, bye bye.